Hey everybody, this is Casey. Long time no see. I hope everybody is doing well. I feel like I say long time no see often. I apologize, but y'all probably know this past year has been absolutely insane, crazy, all of the above. But I wanted to get back and record a video for you guys. It's been a long while, but today I'm going to do a markup of USD CAD. And for those of you who are new to the channel, typically I would upload a couple videos a month and do a couple analysis a month where I show you guys how I mark up charts and what I look for when I'm evaluating a trade. My analysis, basically. If you're looking for a group of like-minded people who are doing the same thing, we've got an awesome community over on Facebook where we get together a couple times a month and we mark up charts together virtually. So it doesn't matter where you are, what stage of trading you're in, you are welcome to join us. Make sure you click the link below and we'll be happy to help you. So, okay guys, I am looking at Usdcad. And for those of you who do not follow the channel, I do a top-down analysis to figure out what I think is going to happen in the market. And so I start from the higher time frame and I favorited all of these different timelines. All of these different time frames. Lord have mercy. Up here. And you just go into, like, when you go into your time frame chart, you could click the star and so it will come up so you can easily access it. But I start on the weekly. And what I look for on each time frame, depending on, if I'm looking for buys or sells, I look for swing highs and swing lows. And so in this instance, I can see, looking at structure right now, that I'm at a critical area. I am at a critical area, and my inclination, my instinct is that I'm going to be looking for buys. Now, as I continue my analysis, I will see if that proves to be true. But just looking at this, and I know you guys are probably like, what are you talking about? So I'm looking and and right now, like, this is a critical area. Like, in the past, we've seen price has drastically reacted when it gets here. So we have, price broke through this level, retested and dropped off. Price rejected out of this area, dropped off, broke through and retest and went up. So right now, price has to do something, and it looks like it's rejecting off of this level to me. So this is on the weekly time frame. This is a higher time frame. Understanding what's going on a higher time frame is critical, and it's necessary when you're trading. It gives you an idea of how long you could stay in a trade, and which direction the overall market is going in. So I'm gonna get rid of this. And what I look for, swing highs, swing lows. So when I say that, because some people are like, what is that? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So swing low is, you're going to have a low center candle, and then you're going to have two candles to the right and the left that are higher. So, I don't think it can look like that, but this is what I would call a version of a swing low. Okay. So I got the low center point right here. Then I got two to the left that are higher and two to the right that are higher. So that's what I'm looking for. And on the weekly, I don't think I have that yet. So if I zoom in, I don't have that yet. So I can't mark this level as a swing low because it's not complete. I got two to the left that are higher, but I don't have two to the right that are higher yet. So what I'm going to do is look left. Looking left tells you the story. I think we just did that on a higher time frame. But if I look left, I got that formation right here. So I'm going to mark this. I'm going to grab my horizontal ray. I'm going to mark this as my long-term support. And I've already got the template saved. Long-term support is green. Got the template saved where it changes color, add the text, all that good stuff. So that's my long-term support. Then I'm going, and my extreme high is here. This is my long-term resistance. So I'm going to mark this as long-term resistance. Now I've got those two things. And for every time frame that I evaluate and I mark up, I make them the resistance and the support the same color, but I have a color for each time frame. It just helps me stay organized. As I'm looking at my charts while I'm on the go or on my phone or on my tablet, I can quickly see what's going on. So what I also do is I draw zones, because price does not come to a specific line. It comes to an area. So I'm going to add a 0 to expand that out. And then I'm going to change the color to my long-term zone. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the top. Uh-oh. And add my 0. All right, cool. Now I'm going to go down to the daily. And what I'm looking for on the daily, and I'm sorry, I'm a stickler about my chart, so I'm just going to, there we go. Okay, what I'm looking for on the daily is the same thing. I'm looking for my next significant area. So I got a high, I got a low. This is my next high. So I'm gonna mark this as my daily. Okay, and then I'm gonna draw my zone. I don't want to say marking up charts gets boring, but it does, because you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Okay, so I am looking and I'm looking at high, low. Well, hold on, because I got my long-term support. And because this is long-term support, I'm not looking for, on a lower time frame, I am looking for support, but on a higher time frame, I'm not. So I'm just going to identify what I see right here. I'm going to mark this. I'm going to go down, hold on, to my 4 hour so this can make sense. So I chose this area because price is support here. And if we look left, like this is a zone. This is a zone that has been respected in the past. And I see here, price respected this area, it came up, broke through, then came back and retested. So this is an area I want to pay attention to, right? So I'm going to call this my 4 hour resistance. Okay. And what I'm looking at next, so I got a high, I got a low. This is my next high. So I'm going to, I got to drop down to the 1 hour. I'm sorry. I've gotten so used to like eyeballing this stuff that I know sometimes I move a little bit quickly. And actually, no, let me go back. Let me slow down, because truly the next zone is here. And we can see that, because if we move this over, like, look, price came to this area, bounced off and rejected. It broke through a little bit, but then here it bounced off and rejected. It broke through, came back, retested, and dropped off. So this is the next area that price has to break through in order for me to be convinced that this is going to be a buy. So I'm looking. Let me draw my zones. Let me draw my zones. Okay. And cool. So they in there. Now, I'm not convinced yet that this downtrend is over. So if we look at the daily, like this was around this time last year, price hit a peak, and then for a year straight, price has dropped continuously. Now, on the higher time frame, we didn't have that swing low yet. So price could continue down to this next level of major support, or it could go up. But in order for it to go up, I've got to see a pullback, so a correction, and then a continuation. So looking at this right now, let me drop down. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me draw in my my trend lines. So I'm gonna grab my ray tool, and I go from swing high to swing high like a tabletop. You can't cut through candles. So the next touch that it makes is right here, and then I'm gonna drop down, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So I got from the last touch to the next touch. Now, isn't that interesting? Price is rejected off of this outer trend line. So it could be on its way down. And then let me drop down to the 1 hour. We don't have anything to draw yet. Oh. But there was one in the past. So I'll take it from, actually, hold on. No. Let's see. In the past, it was here. Yeah, in the past. So I'm drawing, and I match from this swing high to this swing high. And you see price never broke that trend line it rejected off of. So let me see. What I'd be looking for right now, if this is truly going to be a buy and a change in direction, I'm looking for a pullback, and I would like it to be in one of my sweet spots. And for those of you who don't follow the channel, my sweet spots are the 38.2, the 50, and the 61.8 with the Fibonacci tool. Ideally, I would like it to pull back to the 618. And then the reason I have different colors and for each of these levels is because the positive numbers are where price pulls back to and where I would potentially enter. And then the matching negative numbers are the extensions. So if this does indeed pull back to a 618, a 50, or a 38.2, my thought is that the next stop is going to be the extension, which is here. Price could come back all the way down to the bottom, which would be, this is the A, B boundary, this is C, and then this would be a D extension. And that would be a complete structure. But price could come back all the way down here, or it could go to the next major low, which is down here. In order for me, like I said, to be convinced that this would be a buy, I wouldn't enter just off of this fib level. I would have to see bullish break off of the trend line. And I would need to see a swing low formation happen here. So I would wait a little bit. I wouldn't get in anything right now. If you were able to get in around here, you are absolutely lucky. You got a great spot. I would just protect profits at this point and probably move to break even in the event that this did change directions. But I am looking at, I'm looking for a pullback before I would get in. And then I would think, let me get rid of this fib. I would think, let's see. If this structure is complete, this whole down move structure is complete. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Let me grab the right tool. If this structure is complete, I'd be looking for price to travel because I'm looking for a correction at this point because the overall move is down. So after you complete one wave, it's got to correct. I would be looking to trade at least to this level. And I chose this level 38.2 because, as I mentioned, this is typically where we see price react and start to do something. So if I'm in a buy, I'm safely going to trade up to this level. And then I would need proof that we're going to keep going up in order to stay in the trade. I probably take profit because how much is this? If I were able to get in where my ideal spot, it's like 800 pips. So yeah, I would be looking for buy setups at this point. And I'm not just entering off a fib level. I'm waiting for confirmation. but I'm definitely looking for buy setups based off of this markup. Excuse me. So if you're an intraday trader and not a swing trader, well, not a for real swing trader, I'd be looking for a pullback here and my take profit to be somewhere around here. And that is, let's see, 227 pips. And this matches along with like this outer trend line. So, or long-term trend line. So I'm waiting for a pullback. I'm not doing anything right now because this could drop off and come back to this level or even surpass it. Or it could pull back, respect this area, and then continue up, do a continuation. So ideally, what I would like to see is a pullback to one of these red areas and then a continuation to about 1.26. This is an area too. I didn't mark this as resistance, but I'm looking at it and that's a zone. That is a zone. So that's what I'm anticipating on Usdcad. We will see how it plays out next week. I'm going to go ahead and publish my idea. I'll link it below and we'll see what happens. Let me know. What do y'all think on Usdcad? Which way do you think it's going? You think it's going to sell off, or you think we got some buys potentially in play? Anyway, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have an awesome weekend. As I mentioned before, if you are not already a part of our community, go ahead, click the link below to join at no cost. We get together a couple times a month, mark up charts, and then once a quarter, we have a very in-depth Forex review. So you're welcome to join us. And if this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to the channel. And I'm gonna have another video on here before y'all know it. I promise. Have a good day. Bye.